So, over the course of the past year, I have been tracking my habits and my goals in order to just kind of organize my life a little bit. And I've learned quite a lot. Let's talk about it. What's going on, guys? My name is Nick, also known as Dunnderhead over on Twitch. I'm just some dude trying to help you make your life suck a little bit less. For those of you who've been around, y'all know that I like talking about my habit tracker. I like talking about my notebooks. I like talking about self-improvement techniques, specifically ones that I'm using to improve my own life because they might help you. Maybe, maybe not. But the main one that got me started, and the main one that really has built my channel, is the habit tracker, is this notebook right here that has all of my goals and all of my daily tasks and all of my daily habits that I need to do, the daily mandatories, so to speak. And it's taught me a lot about myself and not just helped me get certain tasks done throughout the day and meet certain goals of mine, but it's helped me mentally and helped me in a couple of other areas of my life that I didn't expect it to really aid me. So this video is more about what it's done for me in the past year, what I've learned from the experience in the past year, and I'm working on a separate video that will hopefully be out shortly after this one that is going to be what I've landed on as to how I like to set it up and things that I'm going to try in the next year. So the first thing that I've learned from this, being less forgetful, increasing mental clarity, and feeling like I have more control. I'm lumping those together in one category because being and feeling less forgetful allows me to have more mental clarity because I don't have to constantly remember the thing that I need to do throughout the day. Having the task in the notebook means that I don't have to remember that it's there. I don't have to sit there all day long going, oh, I need to do that thing. I need to do that thing. This has it all right there. Basically, it makes tasks brainless. I don't have to waste mental energy on keeping that task in my head so I don't forget to do it later. I always use the brushing teeth category as my main example because that was the main reason why I started tracking my habits. Was I had pretty poor oral hygiene. I would forget to brush my teeth at night. I would get into bed, and then once I'm in bed, I'm too tired to get up out of bed, so I don't go brush my teeth at night. I was pretty good about doing it in the morning, but I really struggled. That's what started this whole thing, and then it led into other categories and other areas of my life. It's helped me get more organized. It's helped me forget less tasks. And due to the fact that I don't have to keep those things in my head, it's aided me in having more mental clarity in order to have more space and more time to think about the things that actually matter instead of just the mindless tasks. Number two is I actively get to see the progress. Like I physically see progress on the things that I'm working on and the habits that I'm working with. Looking at, for example, my weight loss. At the beginning of this month, I was hovering roughly 2 pounds heavier than I weigh now. Beginning of the month before that, I was hovering 2 pounds above what I was at the end of that month. So I'm physically seeing myself losing the weight as I am going about the month. Seeing the progress is such a big deal. We also sit there and hyperfixate on we must make progress, otherwise we're a failure. Which brings me to my next point, which is I've learned to accept failure a little bit more. I want to do so much more on YouTube, so much more on Twitch, creating content and building my life coaching and motivational speaking. I want to do more with it. It's something that I have a passion for, and it's something that I want to improve upon and build. I have sections of my habit tracker that are dedicated to tracking. Did I shoot a YouTube video today? Did I edit today? And when I don't get something done that day, originally it was, oh, cool. You didn't do that thing today. You're not grinding like you should be. Some of us have that grind mindset where we feel, due to whether it's bro logic that we see all over the internet of like, oh, if you're not grinding, you're not disciplined, if you're not disciplined, you're not going to get anywhere in life. That's not what we're here for. We're here for progress. Regardless of whether or not we do it every single day, if we make progress, that's what matters. Learning to accept failure in little sections of life is going to help us make progress in understanding why failure is a method of learning. I use video games as a perfect example for failure. I play video games the wrong way. I like to do little challenges, or I like to play video games that are harder for no reason. By making those games harder, I have to brainstorm and come up with new ways to be able to achieve the goal of the game, and I have to try over and over again. I'm going to fail. I'm going to die in the video game a lot, or I'm going to lose the game over and over again because I need to find what works. I'm more willing to do that in a video game than I am in real life. In real life, I fear failure. And what happens is when we fail, we say, okay, not going to do that again. Learning to accept failure, you start to learn that, oh, instead of I learned not to do that again, that's one way that I can't do this thing. Let's try another one. And because of this has helped me fight my perfectionism a little bit. I like things to look pretty. My habit tracker for a long time, and it's still pretty organized, but I wanted this to look so pretty and so organized. I like notebooks and I like when they look good. It's helped me fight my perfectionism a little bit. And that's another piece that is just like accepting failure. It doesn't have to look good. It just has to function. Tied to accepting failure and tied to the idea behind doing something for the sake of doing it, it's helped me reignite my passions. I have a terrible habit of trying to turn everything that I'm doing into a way to make money. This comes from growing up on the poorer side, and having that fear of failure is heavily tied to safety. And in my brain, money is one of those things that is safe, which is the same for a lot of people, especially in today's world where everything's way too expensive. The problem with this is I've tried to turn a lot of my hobbies into ways to make money. The best example of this is video games, my Twitch stream. It is not common that I play video games when I'm not streaming. And that started to bother me because I started noticing that I wasn't doing a lot of things unless I was actively trying to make money with it. I enjoy photography. When I was a teenager, I was very into art. I drew all the time. I was constantly doodling in things, and I constantly heard from adults, passions don't pay bills. Once I got to the point where I discovered that sometimes passions can pay bills, I started doing what I could to find ways to make money off of my passions. This inherently started turning my passions into a job. And if it's something that you love and you turn it into something that you have to do, regardless of if you want to or not, you're not going to love it so much anymore. I started a photography business a couple years ago. I love shooting photography. I especially like portrait photography because I love being the hype man, which is the entire premise of this channel, is being your hype man, telling you you can do these things. Your life can suck a little less. The problem is that I stopped shooting photography for fun and I kept doing it strictly to make money. And when I didn't go out and shoot photography, my brain was like, oh, you're not going to make money today. So if you don't do the thing you love, you're not going to make money today. And it turned into the fact that I didn't want to do it anymore. So how the habit tracker helped me reignite my passions is that it helped me break down things that I like doing for the sake of doing them and things that I like doing because I'm so passionate about them that there's nothing in this world that is going to make it boring for me to talk about or to do. Talking about habit tracking and talking about self-improvement and talking about motivation and money, it's helped me discover my passion for teaching and wanting to be able to teach you guys about the things that I'm learning because it's my passion. Now, I'm able to do the things that I like to do when I like doing them. I still typically only play video games when I'm on stream, but I can play them when I'm not on stream whenever I like doing it. I don't feel like I have to be streaming when I'm playing video games. I shoot photography when I feel like shooting photography, and I don't feel bad when I don't do it. And it's helped me discover more hobbies and things that I can do strictly because I like doing them when I like doing them. Out of all the things that I've learned this year of tracking my goals and tracking my habits, is I've learned to appreciate areas of life that are required, that are things that you're going to experience regardless of if you want to or not. And it's allowed me to think about them differently and have more emotional intelligence, more mental clarity to be able to understand that it's just a part of life. And instead of letting those things tear us down mentally, physically, emotionally, I can use those things to understand myself, other people, and understand life a little bit more. And I can use that to my advantage in my own self-improvement journey. So if there's anything to take from this, do things that help you understand more. I'm not saying that you have to do any of the things that I'm doing. What I am saying, though, is that by making your life a little less difficult one day at a time will allow you to understand yourself and understand the things about you that make you you on such a deeper level that you'll start seeing those things inherently. And when you start seeing more and more, you'll start to understand more about life. With that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Have a good one.